Omar, going back to you now, let's talk a little bit about, technology now. I know from a technology standpoint, you're already using a TMS from, the cloud software. I mean, what capabilities and functionality were you looking to add to that TMS platform, and why? And then what factors ultimately led you to, work with Trucker Tools?
Well, I think that was it. I mean, all of this is kind of as the landscape is changing, right? And so the digital transformation is affecting all of us to kind of look at the future and say, what do I have to do to be relevant, next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now? And so I guess what we're trying to do is invest, we have real-time pricing capabilities, TMS integrations with some of the large shipper TMSs, Blue Yonder, Blue Jay, Mercury Gate, Oracle. So we've got pricing, and then we've got the capability on our side so pricing is more customer facing, right? And then so motor carrier facing is the automation of being able to either, with Trucker Tools, it started out just seeing the capacity and where our loads are compared to the trucks. And now with the upgrade with McLeod, we've invested in all of the digital freight matching capabilities to be able to activate all of that in a real-time environment with Trucker Tools, and sort of take some of just the labor out of the phone calls. I'll tell you, like, I'm trying to staff as quickly as possible, right? I'm trying overseas, I'm trying here, but we really get, I would say the number one complaint we get from carriers is like, yeah, like, dude, I would take your load, but I was on hold for 5 minutes, right? Like every time I call in, I hear the same music, I hear the same hold music, like I can't get through. And so Book It Now capability is, just, it eliminates that, right? And our business model has always been to post the kind of target rate, right? And obviously there's some negotiation that goes on, especially on same day. But the Book It Now model, it just fits right into that because, you post the rate and it's a fair rate. And if it works for both sides, then they take it. And they don't have to worry about listening to our really good hold music in hopes that they get through. So that I guess investment in that capability, I think, is going to be the biggest kind of milestone investment that we've had this year to be able to activate it. And so we purchased the capability, I guess, in Q4 and went live with it in Q1, and it's doing what it's supposed to. So
That's great. That's great. I mean, I know that, obviously your business, as a business leader, your goal is to, continue to grow your business and do it in a scalable, and profitable, manner. And there's only so many people you can hire and so quickly, right? And
right.
I think the path to success these days is how can you automate, some of these things that historically have been done via email, via telephone, via manual processing. I mean, I think that some of the technology that's coming to bear in the market today is really to help automate and streamline, a lot of these processes that were historically very, very labor intensive and manual in nature. And it sounds like you're having some, success there, so far with the Book It Now, capabilities.
Right. Yeah. It's successful. I mean, all the carriers who are using it are happy with it. A lot of times they say, once people start booking digitally, they kind of stop the phone calls and emails and just say, I'd rather just work with people who can provide that capability, so we don't have to deal with all of the waits on hold and the miscommunications. And month over month, we're starting to see more and more adoption as kind of the word gets out that we've activated the capability. So it's pretty exciting, and I think the trend's just going to continue.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we were talking about earlier in terms of providing that enhanced carrier experience, right? We always talk about customer experience, but here's an example of, again, along the analogies of CRM, here's an example of, providing an enhanced carrier experience as well. Hey, not letting them wait. As good as your hold music may be, they'll prefer to not have to listen to it than, even if it's only 5 minutes, to be able to automate that transaction is certainly much more preferred.